The topic for discussion at this moment: resolved in order to learn the cold, hard, compelling feedback from the environment that you need. I call it the Don Quixote mirrors, the Knights of the Mirrors, in the play The Man from La Mancha. The great Peter O'Toole, who plays Don Quixote, he meets along the way the Lords of the Mirror. Now, Quixote's on the quest. He's an old man. He's senile, he's weak, he's feeble, he's foolish. But he has the ideal that he's going to go with his faithful companion to right the wrongs on the quest of the world. And of course, he's slaying mythical dragons and windmills with nothing but an old sword and a feeble, infirm body. He's met by the Lords of the Night along the way, and the Knights have mirrors. Lead Knight, there's 12 of them, and they form a circle around Don Quixote. And the lead knight says, "I am I, Lord of the Mirrors." And Quixote pipes up, raises his wooden sword, faces the knights, 12 of them, virile, young, and screams out, "I am I, Don Quixote, the Lord of La Mancha." Lord of the Mirrors looks back at him and says, "Quixote, I tell you what I see. I see a feeble, infirm, foolish old man waving a wooden sword. Look in the mirrors, Quixote, and tell me what you see." Quixote looks in the mirrors and sees his dream, sees the quest. "I am I, Don Quixote," he screams back, "Lord of La Mancha, on the quest to slay the dragons and fight for the right without question or cause." As he looks in the mirror, as he turns around, it's daylight, midday. Sun is shining clear as a bell. He can see himself waving the sword around like a foolish old man, almost falling down from the thrust of the sword. His balance is terrible. And each knight around the circle, as he looks into their mirror, tells Quixote what they see. And finally, when Quixote makes the circle of the 12 knights, he has to confront who he really is. The point is, where does the disenfranchised man, the pariah, who has no access, he's invisible man. He's not the Marlboro Man, this is the invisible man. He has no skills, no personality, no appearance. Where in the hell? And the advice is, short, small man, ugly man, disenfranchised man, hideous man. You need to desensitize. Go out into the environment, circulate under your own power, and get the experience. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds like Mr. Tony Robbins, world's greatest marketer, would say. But I say bullshit. And here's why. I would ask Tony Robbins, "Tony Robbins, you're talking so much junk out there. Talk to me, Tony Robbins. Face me, the real man, the real deal. And you tell me where I can go. I, as a representative of the disenfranchised, alienated man, existentially alienated man, and you're going to tell me where I can go to get to take the hard knocks, to pay the dues." Now, it's easy for you to say, Tony Robbins. You're 6'6". Okay? A tremendous advantage just on appearance. You're an intimidating son of a bitch. But I'm talking about the alienated man. Take comedy, stand-up comedy. Now the advice is, if you want to do stand-up comedy, you've got to go around and put your act on the road. Get the experience. Taste rejection and defeat. Same thing with the women. But what Tony Robbins is not considering, and where he washes his hands and leaves the scene and says, I put it in your hands, where does he go to get the practical experience that he needs? A school of hard knocks. You're doing comedy, using that as my example. You're not going to get up on no stage in a predictable way and get the experience you need. There's no chance in the world. Now, if you're an attractive woman with a personality, or even a woman, if you are, and I'm going to tell you something, based on my experience, if you're a woman, you better be willing to stretch the limits. You better be friendly you better play the politics, the Comedy Store politics. That means, if you have to, sexual favors to the pro comedians that are there who can put the word in for you with the manager. You're not going to get a fair shake at it at all. No chance, no way. How in the hell are you going to learn your craft? How in the hell are you going to pay your dues? And you don't even have any opportunity to pay any dues. You don't have access. And that's what I want to talk about today. Unless you know how to be a hell of a good actor, a performer, and you have to be fundamentally dishonest. You have to fight, claw, and if you're an ugly man like me, an old man, good luck. Good luck. Never will you hear the master salesman, the master advice giver, the master strategist. I'm talking about Tony Robbins right now. He rules the roost. Never will address an issue like this head on. These individuals cherry pick the people they talk to, cherry pick the people they advise. It's easy. You take, when they're marketing muscle builders or weight reduction systems, they choose professional bodybuilder who is off season and is carrying some fat. And they say, if you follow this program, in 12 weeks, you're going to get a ripped 6-pack, even 8-pack. They promise you that. And of course, their prime choice model can accomplish that. He already did it in the past. He's got muscle memory. And if you look at the pictures very closely, he's pretty close to that 6-pack already. He's got some fat covering it. I think you can understand what I'm getting at. I think you can understand the message I'm driving home right here. And I think you can understand also, however you choose to understand it, and you'll understand it from your own perspective, from your own capacities and individualities and power. What I'm driving at here. Let the discussion, let the experience begin.